And we are back. And imagine you go about your day and you have your daily gripes, as we all do. Contact that wouldn't work with me today. And you get thrown off for something like that. And then you know what? There are these touchstone moments in your life where you wake up and you say, get over it. And for one woman right here, friend of ours, Cindy Wenzel Crow, that touchstone moment came with a flurry, and it hasn't been fair, and now you're battling what people know as ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. And here you are. Cindy, thank you so much for being here.
I am thrilled to be here and share my story a little bit.
And what a story it is to tell, because Lou Gehrig's disease it comes in, like I said, in a flurry, and it's such an interesting disease in that people don't really know anything about it.
That's interesting. When I started sharing in my community that I had ALS, I had so many people tell me they were going to the computer and doing research. I mean, even young kids, because I've been involved in education, high schoolers telling me they went to the computer to find out what ALS was. And it was amazing how many people just didn't know what it was even.
Right.
And so, my job immediately was to get the word out.
And you have, and you've done it so selflessly. And for those who didn't know, I mean, you had to make a big decision based on the fact you lost your mother to this disease. Yes. So you know, sadly, the prognosis.
Yes, I do.
And for what you went through with your mom, I guess you said there's always been that kind of underlying fear that this could possibly arise in your life.
Right.
And so when you were given the diagnosis, first of all, what took you to the doctor that you found this out?
Well, I thought I had a twisted ankle originally, and I actually went for rehab for it, but it didn't heal. And it did initially a little bit rebound, but it didn't heal. And when it didn't heal, I kept pursuing any option that there might be other than Lou Gehrig's disease, with the fear that it could be Lou Gehrig's disease.
Oh, really?
And so I think I gave myself enough time before I got to the prognosis to be prepared for the worst. And so by the time I knew for sure and confirmed it, I was ready to be brave and share that information with my family. And
where do you find the strength for that? Because for people who don't know what ALS can do, I mean, it can numb an entire side of your body.
Yeah.
Where do you find the strength to stay strong through something like this?
To me, what is my purpose? I don't know why I have Lou Gehrig's disease. And I know what I can't do right now. I can't control it. But I do know what I can do, and that is get information out. I find my strength in my family. I need my 2 boys to be protected. This is an inherited disease. And the one thing my mom was unable to do because of medicine, and I think about all the changes right now, even oxygen, those kind of things, that she didn't have really good access to. Or any access at all, because the medicine's a newer medicine. She kind of stayed in the house and got really, homebound.
Right.
And I thought about that, and I thought, you know what? I need to get out and let people see what this does to me. They know what it looks like, so that they'll stay on top of this and be progressive about finding a cure, because I must find a cure for my boys.
Right.
At the very least, it can't keep going through our family. And I think one of the few ways we can really do that is get people to clinical trials. And what our group is trying to do is raise money for clinical trials, so that we can get people there. We can't find a cure if it's not tested.
Right.
We don't have the science projects.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you, if you will all know Cindy from this moment on. And anybody who has never met you, number one, you've been so involved in the Westerville schools forever on the school board, and you've always been so engulfed in the community. And now I'm seeing this just influx of people who are come and circled around you and are helping you out. And may I just say, you have the most entertaining social life of anybody I've ever seen. If you go to her website, you've been at all these LC Pavilion shows. I mean, girl, you've got to be exhausted just based on that.
Yeah. Well, I have not slowed down. My doctors gave me like a hall pass for the weekend. I go back on Wednesday for surgery, and They may be a little concerned about my 5 days that I was out because I've been a busy girl.
And I
So-
saw you in a golf cart flying through the Westerville parade, going down the route. So I know, and I just am amazed by your courage. I think I'm encouraged by the fact that you are going to help people. I know you are. And now you said your clinical trials, you chose to go to New York City,
Yes,
correct? Uh-huh.
Cornell. I'm doing a clinical trial that it's a medicine that lowers SOD, which is the gene I have. 90% of ALS patients have sporadic, and 10% have inherited. And of that 10%, I believe there's 8 genes, and mine is one of those.
Oh,
It's
wow.
called SOD1. But what they've done is isolated that gene. And because of that, they can test against it. They can bounce test off of it. And and it would help all ALS patients. So I'm very focused on getting SOD1 patients to clinical trials so that we can find a cure or slow it down.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Cindy, as we wrap up here, tell us a little bit about ways people can get involved, because I know your organization's doing an event at the end of the month, correct?
Yes. The event is July 27th at Westerville Central High School. We are having a walkathon with a twist. It's also a camp out.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of inspired by my boys. I started talking to them about it, and I really did not know if I wanted to do it. Vicki Gerald, one of our principals, approached me, who lost a brother to ALS.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, oh, I don't know, if I can handle this. And my boys got so excited about it. And they're like, but can we do it while we're home from college?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, yeah, I guess we will. And luckily, my friends, which I have a million wonderful friends, a lot of great friends are stepping up to the plate, have pulled together. And we're going to have quite an event. We have Games 2U is providing all kinds of inflatables and hamster balls and rides. It starts at 5 o'clock. And the kids' stuff goes through till 10, I believe. And around 11, we're going to do a walk with lights. And at midnight, we're launching Chinese air balloons
Oh, nice.
in honor of or in memory of someone you love.
That's
It
beautiful.
sounds like a wonderful
Yeah,
event, Cindy.
it's going to be fun.
Oh, we love you. God bless you.
Aw, thank you.
And we'll be there in support for certain, and we put that information on our website too.
Oh, good.
All right. All the best, Cindy.
I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me
Thanks
here
for
today.
coming.
Thank you. We'll be right back.